I'm doing a pre-drywall inspection today. Let's take a look at some good stuff for a change. Quick flash. I visited these guys' booth at IBS. I've seen this product used a bunch of times. I wish that tape up there was installed a little bit better, but I love these products for any type of wall penetration. Now, while I feel like there are better house wraps to use in conjunction with this product, today we see it used with this thermoply. I like Tyvek, for example, because you can cut the Tyvek, slide the flange of this product underneath the Tyvek, and then tape all around it. It makes a nice seal. And they make these in different sizes for all different types of penetrations. Next, I want to talk to you about this blue stuff right here. Okay, so oftentimes when we're doing these inspections, we see a polyfoam type material like this white stuff right here, or this kind of orange pink kind of stuff along the bottom here. Oftentimes we see that used along the top plate, but today we're seeing something different. This blue stuff is called CertaSeal, and it is a water-based acrylic latex sealer that they are using to air seal the top plate. It's definitely a lot stickier than traditional foam like this. This is very hard, and I think it's going to do a really good job of sealing that drywall to the top plate. Finally, what is all of this green stuff? All of this green stuff you see along the bottom is a boric hair termite treatment that they use to deter termites, and it is supposed to last indefinitely. I don't know about that, but I know it's going to last a really long time to try to keep termites away from this property. Builders, stop having your painters paint over these louvered vents. All 4 of these are on, and none of them are open because they're all painted shut. I'm doing a new construction home inspection, and they have spray foam insulation in the attic space, so naturally we don't have any ventilation on the roofing system. The only problem is, well, you see all the spray foam insulation behind me, we don't have any spray foam insulation over the garage. Nor do we have any ventilation in the garage. So since we don't have this area insulated and it's not a conditioned space, we got to move air through here somehow, so it requires some ventilation. Now let me show you some of the temperature differences. Here's the insulated space. You can see that the temp is in the 80s when I put it up here near the roof deck, near the insulation. And here is the garage. You can see we're up to about 120 degrees. 120 degrees in an unventilated attic space. We definitely need some ventilation in there. It's only 77 outside, yet it's 120 inside that unventilated attic space. Temperatures like that under your attic in an unventilated space can do a lot of damage to your roof. So we definitely need to add some ventilation in that area. Here I am, new construction attic here, and there is a water heater behind me. And of course we have some issues. Check it out. First of all, you can see that it's all dented up. Like, I don't know what's going on with this right here. And you can see it's all dented up down here. We got rust on it. There's even rust up here. Like, I don't know, maybe it was sitting out for a little while, but we got some rust here at the connections. And then look at this flue that is just completely disconnected here. Move our way up here. We can see that it's not supported or strapped. And I guess at one point it was. You can see these straps are here, but they're not connected to anything. And it's too close to the roof decking. But it's new, supposedly anyway. I'm on a new construction home inspection. Let me show you something. Check it out. There's a bathroom, right? Okay, there's the bathroom fan. We've got our can lights here. Okay, take note of that. Now, here is an attic access. What do we have up here? Let's just see. I'll tell you what we don't have. We don't have any insulation over this area of the house. Take notice, the 3 can lights. Also, there's the exhaust fan. This is the bathroom and closet, and there's no insulation here. But we do have natty light, so it's all good. But that's not all. That's the bedroom, and there's no insulation there either. PSA, don't put particle board down as attic decking, please. That is what has happened here, and as you can see, there's holes in it. I suspect someone fell through this. It wasn't me, thankfully, but I'll demonstrate for you that it just falls right apart. So I will not be stepping on this. And if you ever find this kind of stuff in the attic, you don't step on it either. And like I said before, don't put it in your attic. It's not safe. This stuff, however, this is oriented strand board, otherwise known as OSB, and it is very rigid. Don't confuse that stuff with particle board. Particle board falls apart. OSB usually stays together very well. I'm up here on a roof right now, and it's pretty rough, and it's pretty old. I'm gonna show you how I know that. Check it out. For starters, if you look at this hip cap here, and you look at this ridge cap here, you can see all this shiny stuff. And that is actually fiberglass showing through. Here's a better picture of it right here. Fiberglass coming through from where all the granules have worn right off. Matt, what the heck are roof granules? Roof granules are the tiny little things that look like rocks on the top layer of your composites and asphalt shingles. And they are the shingle's first layer of defense from excessive exposure to the sun, which causes a lot of damage. Some areas of this roof, such as this one, the granules have pretty much completely worn off and the shingles are pretty much smooth now. We also have some areas like this that have suffered a lot of damage from what looks like trees. You can see the brush marks. There's lifted flashing and exposed fasteners all over the place, and a whole bunch of nails that have just pushed their way right through the shingle. Lots of damaged shingles along the drip caps. Here's some more of that. Also, what looks to be some pretty shoddy previous repairs. Finally, we have a bunch of algae and moss buildup all over this roof, and this is an indication of an older roof. And while small amounts of this stuff may not be that big of a deal, larger amounts of this stuff can retain moisture and cause more damage to your shingles. Overall, the presence of that algae just indicates to me that the roof is quite old, and you couple that on top of the damage that I'm seeing around here, and it's time to start budgeting for replacement. So recently I did a pre-drywall inspection for somebody, and they came to me before the inspection got started, and they said, "Hey Matt, so I was talking to the builder, and he said that, well, you know, Jim, these inspectors, they can make a big deal out of a lot of things, and, you know, we don't make any repairs unless it has something to do with being up to code." And so I said, you tell your builder that code is an absolute bare minimum standard, the absolute least you can do to get by. That makes sure your house doesn't fall apart or burn down. And you tell him that whenever you had your little meeting about building this custom home, you probably didn't lay out that kind of standard. I'm pretty sure you feel like you're paying for more than that. And then I proceeded to continue with the pre-drywall inspection. Now, you would think that a builder saying that they're not going to fix anything that isn't code related would have everything in order in regards to code. I guess they missed the section of the code book R602.6 in regards to drilling and notching studs, where it clearly states that a maximum of 60% of a stud can be notched or bored without adding a stud shoe or doubling the stud. Well, Builder Bob, get to work, because that's not up to code.